Hey brother, hey friends. We're down in the ledge place. We're just right above the creek down there. Formation we're trying to make sense of. Thought I'd share it with you guys. Put your opinions in the comments. Try and decide if the cedars, they get kind of even through here, were planted, or if they just grew up naturally, or they survived with that. The ones that survived are the ones that were so far spaced apart. The other thing is we're trying to decide if it's an old road cutting. Now we just came through there and I'm starting this video right here, and there's all kinds of stuff like that right at eye level, so bear with me while I walk this trail. So we're trying to decide if something the creek did. They do that, lakes and stuff. You'll find out like the lakes, the dams, when the water recedes, they'll be at different levels. It'll be kind of striated naturally. It'll just settle out a certain way. And I've got a problem.
I kind of snuck between those two cedars and came up and around, but it might be a little tough.
All right, friends, I'm not going to try and climb through there, so I'm going to pass this off to Christopher for at least a minute. Scat.
Mm-hmm. A little trail going down right here.
Yeah, and then there's this gravel picks up again right here. Alright friends, I got it back. Just in time to cross another tree.
Yep.
And there's the creek down there. Kind of picking the pond up more so. This is starting to peter out. We're both going to fall down. Alright, well there, see it picks up again through here. Socks. Yep, there she is. She navigates this better than we do. We joked earlier and called it Mirkwood. You can see the cedars are pretty even, and that could happen naturally. And then we've got this shelf walking along. That could happen naturally, or it could be an old road grade. They kind of did some interesting grades in the old days. We'll have to show you some more of them. Trying to keep everything along the section lines, and they went to a lot more work than they needed to. Most of the really difficult old roads have been abandoned. You see the water? Yep. A little bit of an opening. Yeah, that's great. Dog says this is great. Need to come through here with a chainsaw. Alright, we're back in this opening. There's probably some video on it, but this is how we get down to that small pond. We cut a dead elm out of here last fall. You see the pond? I'm not going to walk down there again. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll get a little bit closer. And so here's a little bit of a conundrum. There's a dead elm there we'd like to cut, but it's got a live grapevine growing up it. So we'll probably just leave it. Bit of a hole right there if we try to drive down. Anyway, we weren't recording, but this is where we started out at. See, there's a little pond right there. All right, friends, everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.